Good afternoon, class. Larry Lipsey here, and I'll be discussing the event that I attended for our experiential assignment. So before I actually get into that, I just had to actually lay the groundwork for why I actually attended the event. So I'm actually looking at writing my paper on innovative processes within the cyber threat intelligence field of cybersecurity to actually get a better understanding of how the market is moving in that area. What would be a new technology or a process that would actually drive innovation within that actual subset of cybersecurity. So with that, I actually attended the InnoTech conference in San Antonio. InnoTech is a business and technology innovation conference which focuses on the local area, looking at the Central Texas area, San Antonio area. It brings in a lot of the actual education and IT professionals that work in San Antonio as a way to peer-to-peer network, just learn about some of the new business solutions, some of the new processes, some of the startups that actually uh, coming up here in San Antonio. So it was actually a pretty interesting event. I've been to other tech conferences, which are pretty huge and grandiose in scale. You have a lot of vendors that actually come in that focus on new solutions that they're trying to sell to big companies. So this was a little bit different in terms of the focus was more on innovation in the local area. So you had a lot of individuals from companies that actually work here. So your USA's, Valero's, just different companies here. Like most conferences, Innotech was set up in your talk track formula. So they actually had specific areas where you could look at, such as IT security, IT leadership, IT operations, looking at just different thought leadership pieces. I think the biggest difference was they actually had a subset which was focused on innovation and ways to actually bring about change just in organizations. Typically, that's left to the actual exhibitor side, which the conference did have exhibits where you can actually go see new solutions, but this actually had talk tracks looking at that. So, based on what my paper is going to be themed around, I actually went on the IT security talk track and took a look at a presentation on threat hunting, as well as how to create a secure environment focused on advanced persistent threats and how to actually define those. Both presentations were pretty interesting. I think the biggest takeaway for me within the space is looking at how threat hunting is starting to evolve. So when you look at cyber threat intelligence as a whole, there isn't a key definition for the actual process of how it works. There are a lot of differing ones, just because the process was normally within your military construct, your DoD construct, but now it's starting to become more of a business accepted actual field where they're trying to staff it and come up with new process to make it actionable for businesses and how it actually impacts businesses. So looking at the threat hunting piece, it was actually given by a IT professional from USA. The biggest thing I saw from that was that they actually look at it from a behavioral perspective and not necessarily a technology perspective. I'm relying more on your human analyst to drive that process. And I think the biggest thing that you normally see is companies depend on actual applications, software, a lot of your AV, a lot of different tech solutions to actually drive threat hunting or cyber threat intelligence. But I think the market is starting to shift to having the right skill set or analyst behavior to actually drive that process and protect the actual company network. Uh, the conference also had a panel of IT executives which are local to the area. So you had a VP for IT from USAA, the deputy CIO from UTSA, as well as the VP of IT security from the VIA Metro bus line, which was pretty interesting just to see their perspective on solutions to uh, innovating within their actual company and how you can actually impact your company through IT and just different ways and methods that you can actually apply uh, to the business from the IT perspective. Overall, I thought the conference was pretty good. It was pretty different to get a perspective just from within the local area. Definitely gave me some ideas going forward of how I would innovate the process and not necessarily looking at new technology solutions, but more looking at ways to innovate the actual process, which seems to be where the market is going. With that said, look like I'm running over on time. If there's any questions, feedback, comments, complaints, just feel free to reach out to me on Blackboard or via email. Thank you and have a good day.